Hello. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Let's see if everyone can see and hear me. Just 1 minute, everyone. Give me a minute. Okay, I can hear. And let's see if everyone can see. Okay, yes, that's also perfect. And let's go to the business page and see. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Hello, 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 and happy Friday. How are you? From my title, a question every hardworking person needs to hear. Yeah, sit here with me. If you are hardworking professional, mom, dad, whoever you are, stay here with me. You know, somebody left a comment on my one of my videos, my ad actually, and she said, who sent you to be doing 5 6 days a week? And do you know what? She was actually right, although she was criticizing me. But it's okay because that was my realization 3 years ago. And this person was actually right. Who sent me? And do you know what I responded back? Normally, I don't respond on, comments that it does not say I'm interested. I just leave. But for this person, because she asked this question, and this was the question I, got, like I asked myself 3 years ago, that why am I doing this for to me? And I left a comment. I left her in my reply, a response that nobody sent me you. Nobody. And that is what I realized that made me take a chance on myself. And do you know what? At first, initially, when I saw that comment, I laughed. But then after, a little bit of deep thinking, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's right. It was one of the things, after thinking deeply about it, she was actually right because, of course, it was one of the things that, got me thinking, who sent me? Hmm? Nobody, nobody sent me. Nobody, sent me to work myself to exhaustion. Nobody sent me to keep doing back-to-back shifts. Nobody sent me to keep breaking my back. Yes, because there was a time I had to actually broke my back. Nobody sent me, to break my back to make everything work. You know, and you are also there, hardworking professional. You are in the situation where I used to be then, and maybe you've not realized this, but you need to hear this. Who sent you? And that was exactly the realization that changed my life. Because the truth is, nobody really cares how hard you're working except you. Nobody is going to rescue you financially. Yeah. Nobody is going to magically build your future for you. I understand you because I've been there, especially when you live abroad. We have so many, so many commitments. When you live abroad, the reality hits us differently. You start thinking about your children's future, university fees, bills, accommodation, and all of those things, especially if you have grown kids. Like when we came here, my children are a little bit grown. Of course, they weren't adults then, but at the time I came here, I wasn't due for anything. And maybe 3 years into that time, my son was ready to go to university. And even back home, when we were back home, we used to go to uni outside where our parents lived. So of course here as well, especially if you live in Northern Ireland, there are so many limited there are not so many universities here in Northern Ireland. So kids tends to, go to England to school and all of that because of the competition, if you know what I mean. And accommodation over there, we also have to pay here. At that time, nobody sent us to be working, but it's only us. It's only you that is doing that hard work. You're the one that is scary. You care about your family. You care about helping your family back home. You care about your children. You care about your future as well. Because, of course, at the time, I wasn't only working to pay bills. I was working to be able to save up as well, to be able to do so many things, saving for projects, right? Trying to build a better life for us, for the family. And honestly, that was the realization for me. Who sent me? Who sent me? And I want you to ask yourself this question today. Why am I doing 5 to 6 days? Hmm? Why am I doing 5 to 6 days? My dear brothers and sisters, I've been there. I used to work that much because even upkeep alone for children, for yourself, can make you work 5 to 6 days like a machine in a week. You work like a machine, like a robot, like your life is just like this. I was in a coaching call yesterday and I was strategizing with one of my brothers, baby is watching me now. And, I could feel him because it's what I've been through. I used to work like I just come home as like a stranger to my own house. I don't even feel the house like this. Now I feel I see, like I've been sitting here. I went to my GP to get something. I came back. I was doing a little bit of meditation. I got an action. I was doing on a coaching call. I got an action taker. It's one of the things that made me do this. Go like, who sent you? Nobody. But we know that we need a better life. We need to make sure that our family have the best life. We want to look after our family, we want to take care of them. And that was one of my reasons as well. Because, I was working really hard. I wasn't working hard because I love stress. Who loves stress? Do you love stress? I know you don't. I was doing this because I wanted my family to be okay. I wanted to make sure that everything is sorted. I wanted my children to have opportunities, the ones I didn't have. I wanted financial security. I wanted to be able to save up and keep it there. But one day I became very concerned for myself. I asked myself, can I really keep living like this? For how long? And that's the question I want you to ask yourself today. And then again, another thought hit me. What if I do this for years and I get to retirement and I still realize that money is not enough? That thought alone scared me. So yes, 3 years ago, I took a chance on myself because nobody sent me to be working 5, 6 days a week. And that person that put that comment was actually right because who sent me? That was what I realized in my life, that if I'm working this much now, how long will I have the energy to work like this for? And even if I have the energy to keep working like this 5 days throughout, my working years, when I get to retirement, will the money still be enough? I realized that early. And honestly, coming into the online space, I was really scared. Absolutely. I was scared. And, I was scared. I was really scared. Online social media was not my comfort zone. But I realized something. If I didn't change anything, nothing would change. If 3 years ago I didn't take a chance on myself, up until now, nothing will change. And that is when I actually started looking at the online space because I wanted a business that I can run from home that will give me flexibility and time. I know it's not because online was easy, it's not because it's going to be magic, but because I know that if I don't do something different, I probably will continue to do the same thing. And the fact that I hold it to myself to take a chance on me, to see, okay, let me build something for me. Let me see how far I can go in another 3 years, you know. And today, I want to ask you the same question that person left on my video ad. Who sent you to be working 5, 6 days a week? Now, I want you to think about this deeply and don't get me wrong. I am actually asking you this, not like that person that left a comment. That person left a comment to criticize me. But I am asking you this question because I feel genuinely concerned for you. I was concerned for me 3 years ago because I knew that life was not sustainable. I could not keep working like that. And I'm genuinely asking you today because I feel concerned for you. Why are you still working 5, 6 days a week? Fine, you're working to make sure that you have everything, provide for your family. That was me. Make sure you have financial security, save up for projects and all of that. But how sustainable is that? How long can you keep working like that for? And even if you keep working, you work up to retirement and you realize that that money is not enough, what is going to happen? So me, I took a chance on myself 3 years ago to start building something for me because it got to a stage where I got genuinely concerned for me too. And maybe today is the day that, You need to start becoming concerned for yourself. Start getting concerned for your future. Hmm? Sherry, there's no magical. See, success takes time. Nothing changes if for now, if you start keep doing the same thing you're doing now, 3 years from now, if nothing changes, what will happen? Because magic success does not come by magic. There's no magic. When you are building something, it takes time. So if you start now, imagine where you could be in 3 years. Imagine when you have options, more freedom, more time, more peace of mind. And so today is Friday. I know a lot of you are really excited for the weekend, and I want to challenge you, hardworking professional, that person that is working really hard the way I used to work. From now to 3 years from now, I want you to do a deep reflection this weekend. Now to 3 years from now, picture it. If nothing changes from what you are doing, currently doing, what will happen? Will your situation improve? Will you still continue to do the 5, 6 days a week? Will you still continue to walk back to work back? Yes, you will still. Because me, I did that reality check and I realized that, wow, I could not continue like that. Because if I continue to do the same thing over and over again, I'll get the same results. I'll continue to get the same result. But because I took a chance on myself about 3 years ago, today I sit here with more time, more freedom, financial freedom, time freedom. I strategized with somebody yesterday around this time. No, earlier than this time. I've strategized with someone this morning. I've been able to go to my GP appointment, got what I wanted, came back, did as I was meditating to go on my coaching call, I got an action taker, like automated action taker. I was just sitting and like, God, how did I get here? It's from building. Nothing comes easy. You have to start building now. If you want a different life 3 years from now, if you don't want to be doing those back, you have to start building now. Because building takes time. Success takes time. No magic. There's no magic in this life. You see, but what's the traditional markets? I know people who are in traditional businesses and can't break even, no. But online space gives you leverage. Like, I have business partners everywhere. I have accountability partners everywhere. And that is to, tell you the advantage of the online space. And that person was actually right to ask. She's not right to criticize. She has no rights because she has no rights because she's not living my life, or she wasn't living, but maybe, yeah, she's not living the life I was living. Maybe her life is good. It's okay. Maybe she's a daughter of a rich person who inherited wealth, which is good. Bravo. That's what I also want for my children. I don't want them to have a stressful life. I don't even want my children to work more than 3 days. If they have to work for someone, I don't even want them to work. I want them to have their own businesses, when they get to that stage. And that person was right to ask genuinely out of concern for people who are still doing it. Not, I used to. I don't do that anymore. Me any energy anymore. Because I took a chance on myself about 3 years ago to start building, to say, you know what, enough is enough. Enough of, nobody cares about you. Maybe except your immediate family, of course, for me, my children, my husband. But after that, nobody cares whether you pay bill or not. So I know that feeling, that you have to make sure that everything is organized. But you have to look after yourself as well. You have to, look into your future and do reflection. Because sometimes we get caught up in working back to back, going to work. You don't even think, you just get to home, eat and sleep. If it's men, you do one or two things, maybe help with your wife or help your husband, or you do washing, laundering, cooking if you're a woman, and the next thing is sleep. You don't even think of what is 1 year like, it's going to be 1 year from now going to be like. I know, because life is busy already for you. But I want to challenge you this weekend. Do a deep reflection this weekend. If you're watching this live, you just joined at 14 minutes, go and watch from the beginning, because I share some golden nuggets. I became genuinely concerned for myself when I was working a lot, because I knew that life was not sustainable. Number one, I could not continue to do that. And the more you work, the more you pay tax. And I knew that, okay, this is my age now at that time. maybe 20 years from that time I get to retirement, what is going to change? What if I now get to retirement and I realize that the money is not even still enough? Will I have the energy to continue to do over and over those things again? That's why I started building. Hmm? And I want you to reflect this weekend. If you don't do anything 3 years from now, where are you going to be? What is going to change for you? Nothing. If you don't do anything from now. And you cannot say, okay, maybe I'll start building maybe 2 years from now so that I'll be secured in another 1 year. Sherry, success, if you want to build something tangible, takes time. It doesn't happen in 1 month, 2 months. You can start having, a little bit of extra to start reducing, where maybe 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year, start reducing. But you want to build something solid, something that can completely replace your income monthly. It takes time. So you need to start building. And foundation in everything in life. Foundation is important. And that's why when you go to school, they start with foundation. They start with the preliminary, like the little ones. The more it's getting bigger, the more you go to 200 level, 300 level. Hey, you're now doing the core because they know that you have done foundation. It's the same thing, everything in life. Business, how you want to build house, you want to build anything you want to build, you need the foundation to be solid. So start building now, my dear brothers and sisters. Yes, and that is what I have for you today. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Felicia. I'm a mom, a wife, a registered nurse here in the UK, originally from Nigeria, and I'm also a digital business mentor and coach. What I do in my digital business is helping people to start their own online business with our proven system. Yes, proven system. When I say proven, I've been here for 2.5 2 years and 9 months. Yeah, I've been here for a while, doing this, and it's been a game changer for me and my family. And we have all inclusive package in our business. If you're interested in starting your own business, it's a business, it's not a scheme. I always say this is not a scheme. This is not abracadabra. This is a business, right? Where you follow simple video-based training to get set up, start doing your marketing. We already have funnel builders that will build your funnel for you. We have product partnership already. You don't need to start looking for, oh, how do I go online? What's going to make me to be successful? How do I do targeting? How do I do that? We have everything inclusive. Plus, we have amazing community that will hold your hands like us to succeed in life. Like Sunday, I had meeting with my team, and we were in that meeting for 4 hours, intense targeting, helping our team to, this is what has worked for us. So yeah, let's help you. Let's do this for you. Yesterday, my business partners were in a meeting helping our new members. Like me, I was busy the whole yesterday, so I crashed in bed from, I think it was from around 7 or half 6, 7. But you know what? Because I have other leaders in our team who is helping. We have team members who have also grown that can help the new ones. That is the power of community. That is the power of community. You have people that can hold you, and you're not doing things alone. Even if your mentor or your coach is not there, there are people there. Like, in fact, yesterday, I just checked up on it and said, "Oh, when did you finish the meeting yesterday with the new ones?" And they said, "Oh, it took about maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours that we were helping them with everything, the shared screen and all of that." I wasn't there. There are other leaders there. There are other business partners there who have also grown to be able to help them. And when you also grow, you help others as well. That's how we grow together. And that's one thing I love with this business community. The business community that has helped you to grow this much is what I'm sharing with you. If you feel like it's a business or you want to start building something for yourself, you are open to learning, because of course online space is not was not my comfort zone at the start. I was the social media person. I wasn't tech savvy, but I gave myself to learning. I was open to learning. I knew I wanted to do this because I saw what is possible, what everyday people are achieving in our business community. If you put in the time and the effort, you will fly here. You will. So go onto my website. It's displayed right in front of you here, on front of this video, and watch our 90 minutes info session. Gives you, breakdown of our business program, the basics, of our business program, we use social media through attraction marketing, your funnel, where people go to grab information, automation, and product partnership is already there. But if you want to know in depth, there is a micro commitment fee of $149, right? Just that will give you access to everything about our business. You pay the $149, you have access to another 3 hours worth of video or added to our business global Facebook community. I actually just added my new action taker. I'll welcome you and celebrate you there. You go through the community and see what is possible for you here. And after watching your 3 hours worth of video, after paying your 149, if it's a business for you, you book your coaching call. I'll strategize with you and get you started. That's as simple as that. And then boom, you're a business owner. So that's it. It's actually been a while. I haven't been live for like a week plus. I think the last time I came out live was a week before last week, Saturday. But my accountability partners were streaming on my page last week and week before. So anyway, you still see me live non here. So I'm here today to, especially my YouTube people. Hello there. So I hope to be live again tomorrow by God's grace, and Sunday. Yeah. I'll bring you something. I want to gist to something, but that will be tomorrow, not today. Today is for, I know you're preparing for the weekend and you're already like, oh, this weekend is going to be nice. I want to spend time with family. I want to take good rest tomorrow. But please reflect. Who sent you? If you have not watched this video from the beginning, watch it from the beginning and understand this question. Who sent you? Be concerned. Be genuinely concerned for yourself. Do a reflection this weekend. And, that thing that you're doing now, if you don't do something different in another 3 years from now, where will you be, or what will change for you? If you think nothing will change, the time to start planting is now. And I will see you by the grace of God tomorrow. God bless you. Bye.